What? It's ironic. What? Hello and welcome back to Track 2, Day 2 of the Junior Roller Derby World Cup here in Brisbane. For tonight's game and the last game of the day here on Track 2, we have Team Sweden taking on Team Australia. I am Kilbo Baggins.
And I am Razorback.
And we are so thrilled to be back with you for a very, very exciting quarterfinal here.
Beautiful. And these teams have played each other already in this tournament in the pools. They played for a half hour. And both teams getting ready to take the track in just a couple of minutes. We can see Team Australia there doing their derby prayer, which just warms my heart.
Absolutely.
A little thing they've picked up from our Chico rollers.
Big love here from Dragon City Roller Derby. Both myself and Razor skaters here from Dragon City. So keen to see a little stolen moment from our club.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're keeping an eye on the live chat with the video. So if you want to shout out for your favourite players, we will do our best.
Oh, absolutely.
When there's a little bit of downtime.
So before we get started with the players doing their chance of getting warmed up, I will run us through the roster for Team Sweden. We have 0, Miss No, 040, Sick in the Head, 112, Duellen, 123, Zelda, 13, Pussy, 14, Myron, 17, Head Vicious, 208, Interstellar, 33, El Diablo, 42, Evil Twin, 52, Queen of Blood, 7 Smash, 747 Tumbleweed, 94 Stella Tilda, and 95 Happiness.
And for Team Australia in this game, we're going to see 002, 2 Up, 08 Ratbag, 11 Spitfire, 13 Sarah, 16 Godwin, 188 Iris, 19 Double Whammy, 3 Nels Bells, 321 Madness, 416 Glare Bear, 51 Wheels, 6 Cat Crusader, 62 Flying Fox, 66 April O'Wheel, and 77 Slappy Little Vegemite.
So teams are getting ready to go out, and this is a high stakes game here on Track 2, as the winner of this game is going to take on Team USA in the gold medal match tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. And the not winner of this game is going to play New Zealand for the bronze medal tomorrow. So while we are waiting for the skaters to take the track, let's do a little shout out to our officials as well. On skates for this game, we've got Roger Jamjet, Spanners, Slow Fox, Honey Badger, Johnster, Wicked, Dinosaurus, and Millennium Falcon.
And not to be outdone, we have our non-skating officials, Wolverine, Donatello, Skittles, Killer Tits, Scrapple Pie, Buster Hammy, B-Rex, Kauai, Stormfly, and Switzerland.
And our skaters are heading out there to take the track. Just for those watching at home, the jam line is on the opposite side of the track to where we are sitting, so we might be a little bit late in naming who is on track for this jam. For Team Australia up the front, I can see April O'Wheel, I can see Ratbag, I can see Sarah and Iris. And the jammers are hidden by the officials.
As we get our first jam underway, jammer for Team Sweden really working up against the Australian defence up near the pivot line.
Oh, that looks like it is El Diablo, and they're heading to the penalty box already.
So that is a power jam early on for Godwin for Team Australia.
We've also got Ratbag heading to the penalty box. That's the Spank Alley penalty box for Team Australia. April O'Wheel also heading there. A little bit messy here for this first jam, but Australia has picked up lead.
Godwin doing a really good job of keeping those Team Sweden blockers apart and finding some space up the inside line as she comes back around now through for a scoring pass.
Yeah, both of our Australian blockers on track, trying to play a little bit of offense there by Godwin. The pack set up right in front of the Team Australia bench, so nice and easy for their coach, KTKO, to give them instruction.
And El Diablo released from the Spank Alley penalty bin and through on her initial, coming through now looking to score some points. Godwin still fighting through the pack.
Godwin hits the floor, calls the jam.
A classic move in Derby, the fallen call. Everyone is up and heading back to their benches, though.
Yeah, the recovery from the floor a little bit slower after so many games of Derby this weekend already.
Yeah, these players have been giving it absolutely everything. They're leaving everything on the track. And don't let those seeded games fool you just because they were a half hour long. They were intense games of Derby, and a lot of these players have done 4 or 5 games so far.
Yeah, tough work. I mean, I was complaining earlier because my hands are sore from applauding. I don't know how they're doing this. Oh, to be young.
All right, up now we have Tumbleweed jamming for Team Sweden up against Wheels for Team Australia.
Both jammers working really hard against solid tripods out there. Fancy footwork of all accounts. Looks like Sweden have sent a blocker forward. That's 1, 2, 3. Zelda to play a little bit of offense.
The pack's just slowed all the way down. These defensive tripods have just locked right in. They're not giving those jammers an inch, even with the offensive help there from 1, 2, 3 Zelda.
Yeah, Spitfire from Team Australia running back to try and help her jammer get out of there.
Beautiful work there by Madness from Team Australia, forcing the run back all the way to the back of the pack for Team Sweden and Tumbleweed.
Yeah, incredible work there. I've been really impressed with Madness's just tactical gameplay over this weekend.
Yeah, she's been really impressive.
Everyone on track working super hard, but it does look like one of the Team Sweden blockers heading to the penalty box and Wheels taking advantage of that to pick up lead jammer for Team Australia.
And a big roar from the crowd, and oh, beautiful line work right on the edge here by Tumbleweed, just staying in bounds around the top of that first apex.
Yeah, both jammers in the pack on scoring passes. 2 points picked up by Team Australia and 2 points by Team Sweden.
So both teams on the board early. It's what we like to see, both teams getting some momentum, getting a feel for each other as we head into what's going to be a very, very good game.
Getting lots of love in the chat for some of the skaters there. Mirren, Flying Fox, Iris. To be honest, we love them all.
We do. And everyone's supporting everyone. The Team Sweden fan club, as I've been calling them, are some of my favourite supporters, and they've been cheering for every single opponent across the weekend.
Yeah, looks like we've got Pussy out there jamming for Team Sweden, but
we'll just take a moment here.
Yeah. While we're just waiting for gameplay to resume, let's have a chat about some of our sponsors.
Absolutely. So first of all, big thank you to the City of Logan and for our host venue, the Mount Warren Sports and Leisure Complex. They have been fantastic hosting us all weekend long, and they have yet another massive day of Derby. And to Skate Victoria as well, to enable the structure and the culture, systems and resources for participants to effectively manage, develop and promote all aspects of roller sport in Victoria and Australia.
Yeah, Skate Victoria have been an absolute gem in supporting our club over the years, so it's great to see them expanding and supporting a tournament up here that's being watched all around the globe.
Indeed, we do see some love coming in all different languages across the live stream across the weekend. It's been incredible. I had some translations of the Swedish fan club's dances and cheers yesterday. That was fun.
Super helpful. So it looks like we have got 16 Godwin out there jamming for Team Australia.
Really pushing at the front of the pack. That's number 0, Miss No, that she has had to pass to get through, but is lead jammer for Australia.
And we've had a star pass there for Team Sweden. That's gone to 0, Miss No. Godwin in on their scoring pass.
Getting recycled there by excellent defense there from Team Sweden, but the same can be said for Team Australia. Massive run back there by Iris on Miss No.
Yeah, great hit out there. A little bit of a pile up, but everyone's back up and in it.
Oh, lovely work there again by Madness, just absolutely cementing that inside line, denying access.
Yeah, beautiful dynamic tripod there by Madness, Ratbag and Sarah.
Godwin through for Australia, now picking up 4 points. Miss No working up against just incredibly fluid Australian defense at the turn of this first corner here.
Yeah, all the action right in front of us here at the announcer booth.
Godwin taking taking a hit to the inside, calling it off, but is back up and heading to her bench.
Yeah, looks like that was an 8-point jam for Team Australia. 4 points for Sweden. That takes Australia to 13 points. Sweden to 9.
I can already feel it. This is going to be a hotly contested match. Both
Yeah.
teams want a spot in that grand final. They're both hungry for it and have been playing super hard all weekend to get there.
Yeah, Team Sweden having travelled from the other side of the world. Team Australia with the home ground advantage, but given most of the skaters have only maybe skated up here once or twice, really challenging conditions for both.
Excellent defense there by number 6 for Australia, Cat Crusader. Unfortunately, not quite enough. El Diablo absolutely powering through to grab lead status for Sweden.
Had a no-pack call there by the officials. Looks like we're going to lose a Team Sweden blocker to the penalty box for that one.
Wheels, the jammer for Team Australia, is through on her initial. However, El Diablo back in the pack, looking to score some more points for Team Sweden. And going to keep running it for a little while longer. We're going to clear the Spank Alley penalty box. Unfortunately, being sent there herself.
Yeah, one of those ones where the jammer just stays out there that little bit too long, unfortunately picks up a penalty and really changes the dynamics of the jam. Nice hit out there by number 42, Evil Twin for Team Sweden on Wheels, who is the jammer for Team Australia.
And on a power jam, this is a really big opportunity here for Australia if they can capitalise on it. But the Team Sweden defense is not mucking around.
Team Australia getting some instructions to call the jam, but unfortunately they are not lead jammer, so they cannot do that. They've gone down a little bit of a barrel roll in the pack there.
Yeah.
El Diablo has returned from the penalty box and is back on track.
Yeah, there's going to be a 2-minute jam here as El Diablo had lead jammer status and did lose it with that penalty. Tried to hop up the apex but denied there by Cat Crusader and Team Australia.
Yeah, Cat Crusader with a beautiful little hit out there, but El Diablo through for another 4-point pass.
Wheels working hard at the back. Fortunately has lost the helmet cover there as El Diablo again capitalizes on some confusion with some excellent footwork.
That was hectic.
Looks like we have a slappy little Vegemite with the star on, ready to take the jam start line here for Team Australia. And up against 747, that is Tumbleweed.
Coach KTKO stuck in the middle of the track now because the jam has started. No, the jam has stopped. We've got maybe a safety concern, a bit of tape that has come up on the track. For those that are new to watching roller derby, the way that we mark out the track on the floor is with tape. There's a bit of rope underneath it as well, just to make things more complicated. But yeah, it means that we also have multiple people volunteering as track repairers. And if there is any tape or rope exposed, that's going to be a safety risk to the skaters. The officials will call a jam and make sure that everyone stays safe. Important in all games of roller derby, but particularly with our junior games, we want to make sure that all of our young athletes are going to be as safe as possible out there because it's a super intense full contact sport.
Absolutely, and they're throwing themselves into it at full pace. As players ourselves, we are marveling at the speed, the ferocity, and the athleticism of these athletes here.
I don't know how they all have springs in their legs. They're so powerful, so energetic, and just have so much trust in their wheels, in their gear, and in their bodies, and it's just amazing to see.
Yeah, we'll definitely be seeing a lot of these players as future superstars of their country as we get around to the next Adult World Cup.
Yeah, absolutely.
We can hear some passionate fans in the audience if you're on the live stream.
Yeah, so the Team Sweden cheer squad with their roster of cheers is right next to the commentating booth. They've really set themselves up for success there. Lots of stamping, lots of clapping, little songs for all their skaters. It's incredible.
They have a very organised album of music and songs to chant to. We were very lucky to be provided a copy of their song list and example songs, so I've been studying that to join in.
They are lucky. I love our Aussie team so much that I haven't just gone and joined that team that cheer squad. Looks like we have got Tumbleweed picking up lead jammer for Team Sweden. Out there, we've got Slappy Little Vegemite jamming for Team Australia. They have also made it out of their initial pass.
It is a very small pack here. Just 2 blockers from each team on the track at the moment, making our Spank Alley penalty box nice and full.
Looks like a few skaters released in those last couple of seconds of that jam.
Team Sweden getting a bit of momentum here, but it is still a very hotly contested match. There's still only 11, if I can do math correctly, 9 points in it.
Shout out to Goose Lightning, who's just entered the chat.
Big love here from Dragon City Roller Derby. We'd love to see it.
Representing heavily in this game.
Godwin up now jamming for Team Australia up against Pushay from Team Sweden, who is just barreling through Australia's defence at the front with Spitfire and April O'Wheel. Does come through with lead jammer status.
Yeah, all the Australian blockers running back there to do some offense as soon as possible. We've had a star pass to Spitfire for Team Australia. The bench is going wild.
Absolutely, that was an excellent star pass. And Spitfire making her own path. She decided, I want to go through the middle.
Oh no, and the helmet cover has fallen off. This has been a bit of a problem for Team Australia this weekend. Everything's a little bit slippery out there.
It is, and it does lead to some confusion between these players as to who's jamming, what's going on.
Yeah, Spitfire also picking up a high block there and heading to the penalty box. So they'll have 30 seconds to get that cover back on their head.
And we have a power jam here for Pusay and Team Sweden, darting from outside to inside and calling it off to freeze Spitfire as the jammer in the Spank Alley penalty box.
Yeah, amazing athleticism out there. So Team Sweden will be starting with a power jam as they go out there. Australia heading out with...
looks like 3 blockers. Full lineup of blockers to try and counteract a power star opportunity here for Team Sweden.
Yeah, they've sent Ratbag out there as the pivot. Ratbag having a lot of success taking star passes as required this weekend.
Team Sweden sending out Interstellar for the power jam. First jam we've seen from Interstellar so far this evening.
Beautiful work there by the Australian blockers.
But Interstellar finding just a toe stop's worth of room at the very first corner, coming through with lead jammer.
Spitfire has been released from the penalty box and is back on track as Interstellar in the pack on their scoring pass. Great hit out and run back there by Stella Tilde from Team Sweden.
Pack is at the front now as some excellent offensive help there provided by Team Sweden to get Interstellar through, scoring 4 points.
Spitfire caught at the back there.
Absolutely powering her way through as much as possible.
Interstellar just slicing their way around. And we're going to have a chat about some of our other sponsors. So CB's Design Create. They are responsible for the Team Australia uniforms, I believe, as well as a bunch of the merch that, well, I know I'm going home with because I can't help myself. We are your one-stop destination for bespoke clothing decoration in an array of printing styles. Our expertise lies in customizing apparel for a diverse range of interests with a special focus on roller derby, dance, cheerleading and workwear. Utilising cutting-edge technology, we house our own DTF printer and eco-solvent printer, ensuring top-notch quality for your orders.
I don't know a lot about printers, but it sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah, that sounds like technology.
Technology.
We've got skaters out there on the track ready for this next jam. We're just waiting for our jam timer to give them the go-ahead. Jam timer with some absolute style.
Oh, fun fact, I did mention it on one of my previous streams, but Donatello, who is our jam timer today, did the first rolling whistle not only for our Junior World Cup, but also for the Adult World Cup in Austria a few weeks ago.
Amazing. I do remember watching that stream and going, oh, I know that face. They're one of us.
They're familiar.
We're getting some love from our own skaters in the chat. Chrissy, I love that your user handle is Goon Queen. That is something I did not know about you. We've got some love in the chat from Toowoomba City Rollers for Ratbag. We've got love for Spitfire from Convict City Rollers. We've got some Swedish messages that I'm not going to attempt to pronounce.
But love for Team Sweden, who are the most lovely, as I have approached them several times for pronunciation for their players, as I completely destroyed it, and they still told me that was really good. Well done. So thank you, Team Sweden, for being patient with our terrible Australian accents.
We've got the whistle go-ahead that we are going to be starting this next jam in just a moment.
We have Flying Fox jamming for Team Australia up with Interstellar for Team Sweden, working at the very front of that pack.
Beautiful hit out on Interstellar up the front there, but they get back in real quickly. Some nice teamwork there by Nels Bells and Cat Crusader, but lead has gone to Interstellar.
Interstellar now coming around for a scoring pass as Flying Fox working at the back of the pack. Big apex jump attempt there. Didn't quite land in bounds.
Yeah, nice run back there by Madness for Team Australia.
And again.
We get a little bit of whistle bleed from track one. There's a game going on over there at the moment as well. I believe that is France and Great Britain that's happening over there. Interstellar picking up 4 points on that pass. Oh, big pile up.
Sending in for some offensive help. Unfortunately, Madness did pick up a penalty for their troubles. Interstellar and the jam ends there. So that was an 8-point jam there for Interstellar and Team Sweden. They're just pulling ahead now. They've found their rhythm, but I wouldn't count the Australians out just yet. They have had a fair few games where they've just settled into their rhythm within the first 15 minutes or so and then come back fighting.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe the game they played this morning against Team New Zealand, the final of their pool games, took them a little while. They were behind, and then we had a lead change, and they took the win in the end, and it was delightful.
It was phenomenal. I was very lucky to be here on the announcer's desk for that one, trying very hard to keep myself contained with all the excitement.
And I am not surprised that people at home could not hear me screaming from the crowd.
Absolutely. So while we just do a few more track repairs just because of the intensity of the gameplay going, I want to do another shout out here to the Humane Clinic sponsoring us here today. They are a multidisciplinary group of therapists offering with many years of experience working alongside people and offering leadership and a different, more humane approach to mental health, focusing on different understanding and approaches to psychosis and other forms of distress.
We've got the Team Sweden cheer squad on screen. They're doing such a good job.
And more love for the juniors here from our very own juniors. Thank you for being on the live stream today, Firestarter. I'll be sure to pass the love from our next generation of juniors onto the juniors here playing for their country today.
Yeah, it's been amazing to see so many juniors who are not old enough to play in this, but still running around, talking to their favourite skaters, getting inspired for the years ahead. I mean, I'm feeling inspired, so I don't even know how they're coping.
Absolutely. And we are back underway. That is Godwin jamming for Team Australia. Working at the back of the pack there up against El Diablo for Sweden, who has come through as lead.
Yeah, the Team Australia blockers getting in there trying to help Godwin get free. And they're set up for El Diablo's scoring pass.
And Team Sweden just locking that defense down once again. It just looks super tough out there. Once they're in that tripod, these jammers are going absolutely nowhere.
El Diablo are returning around for another scoring pass, and Godwin is free and approaching on their scoring pass. But as we have a couple of blockers heading to the penalty box, the jam is called by Team Sweden. We'll be going out there with two Team Sweden blockers in the Spankelli penalty box and one for Team Australia. So quite a small pack out there, but both jammers. Let's see what they can do with this.
Yeah, slight pack advantage with the 3 to 2 blockers for Team Australia. Wheels up to jam up against Tumbleweed from Team Sweden.
Yeah.
As the pack becomes very tight and very scrummy.
Yeah, beautiful work by all of the blockers out there. Just really covering that whole track. Got a no pack call. Wheels using that as an opportunity to have another run up and smash.
Australia locking down the defense at the front here, trying to offer as much time as possible for Wheels to come through.
Yes.
With lead, with a bit hop up the apex, finding just an inch worth of room.
Another beautiful hit out and run back there by Madness. Wheels is around approaching on that scoring pass now.
Grabbing much needed points for Team
Beautiful.
Australia.
Everyone goes down, but they're all back up again.
Yeah, again, just really just putting everything into these scoring passes.
Tumbleweed with star in hand.
And drawing a penalty there on Miss No, so one more blocker down for Team Sweden.
Wheels going in for the hit, falls. Wheels heading to the penalty box on a cut track call. That means this one's going for the full 2 minutes.
So there is 50 seconds left in this jam, so 30-second opportunity for Team Sweden. Tumbleweed still working on that pass, but has the helmet cover in hand.
Knocked to the outside. Big run back by Team Australia. Looks like we've got Glare Bear and Iris doing the bridging back there.
Sweden coming in with offense, trying to help out Tumbleweed. But again, denied on that inside line by Madness. Just absolutely ruthless jamming by blocking by Australia out there.
Yeah, they're doing a great job of killing that penalty, and Wheels is back on track. We've had a star pass, though. That was beautiful. An absolute textbook star pass to Miss No, who returned from the penalty box, grabbed that star from the jammer's hand, and is around there scoring points.
Beautifully, beautifully done. Just the best star passes are the ones where the blockers don't even notice.
Yeah, it looks like Wheels was about to try and attempt the same thing with star in hand. Jam is called with points picked up by both teams.
So yeah, 4 points for Team Sweden on that last pass and 3 points there for Team Australia.
Sweden moving to 68 points, Australia on 22. Looks like we have got Nels Bells out there to jam for Australia and someone very tall for Team Sweden.
Which I feel is on brand. They are an incredibly lean, athletic team, Team Sweden, and they mean business. I'm marveling at that defense and just how solid it is.
Yeah, it looks like it's Pussy that is going to be jamming for Team Sweden. Thank you, Bob.
Team Australia doing a lovely little huddle in the middle, but we do have some penalties here. No one in any trouble at the moment. 2
On
penalties
Team
apiece
Sweden?
for Zelda, Myron, El Diablo.
Oh, on Australia, though, we've got a few that are on 3 already, which is pretty early for that to be happening. Still 3/4 of the game to go. Ratbag on 3 and some others, and that's gone now because the jam's about to start.
Whistle is blown. We are back underway. Pussy up against Nels Bells, jamming for the first time in this game.
Pussy picking up lead. Nels Bell's doing a great job jamming in some of the earlier games today. That's 1-4 up the front as the last line of defence. Mirren just holding things until the rest of the team could come up and help catch. Pussy with the
beautiful apex jump. We're talking
yeah,
same
it was
time.
beautiful. Just so much action.
Absolutely. Didn't quite make the landing inbounds. Was recycled all the way back there by April O'Wheel from Team Australia. Australia locking that defence down now as Nels Bells comes through on that initial pass.
April O'Wheel round the front with the catch, but Pussy is through picking up the 4 points on that pass.
And calling it off before Nels Bells can re-enter on a scoring pass there.
Team Sweden calling that jam while they still had 2 blockers in the penalty box. So Australia is going to go out there with the pack advantage on this one. So let's see what they can do with this. I think it's
Godwin.
1-6 Godwin for Team Australia, and
Looks like Interstellar just from the blue hair there. Big fan. Looks
I
great.
hadn't picked up on that. I'll remember that for next time.
I have been taking note of the wonderful country showing off patriotic pride with the coloured hair. It's across many different countries today.
Godwin out the front, taking a big hit, which actually knocked her helmet cover off, which means she's going to have to go back there, pick that up, and hope that no one from Sweden notices and catches her. Nope, we're good.
We're good. Interstellar still working at the back. Has taken off the helmet cover, but still fighting for the front there against a very lovely tripod with April O'Wheel and Sarah from Team Australia.
Godwin through on their scoring pass. Some action up the front here.
And Destella coming through again after being recycled. Slips underneath the outside line from Spitfire. Comes through on that initial. I don't believe lead... Goblin did pick up lead and has called it from the floor there.
Alrighty. One of our other wonderful sponsors here is Roller Derby Heaven. Roller Derby Heaven is a family-owned and operated business that has been involved in and supported the skate industry across a 35-year span. Originally starting out on the foreshore of Manly as an inline skate specialist, the business evolved over the years to become the largest roller derby owned and operated shop in Australia, specialising in everything from the skates on your feet to the customised shirts on your back. And I have also done some shopping at their stall.
Oh, yes.
I needed new wrist guards.
Yes, and I got some lovely socks that will look great with my Chico Rollers uniform.
Excellent. Alrighty, we just had a little medical check there for our jammer. She's up and skating and returned to track.
And we will have probably a longer timeout as the officials just confer with the sheer chaos that is going on, and we have some track repairs as well.
We sure do.
So this has been a fantastic first 20 minutes here by Team Sweden. It was really close for the first 10 minutes or so, and they've just pulled away in the last few jams and really just not letting up that points differential. As soon as they got a little bit ahead, they have locked all the way in, done very swift call-offs and not letting Australia have an inch.
Yeah, for sure. Australia picking up 2 points in that jam, moving to 24. Sweden on 72. Swedish cheer squad using this opportunity whilst there's mostly silence in the rest of the stadium to go wild.
Remind me to pick up some Team Sweden merch from the players' merch desk before we leave. I want to join the cheer squad if I can tomorrow.
Well, these guys won't be playing each other tomorrow because one team will be going through to the gold medal match, the other playing for bronze. So I feel like we have that opportunity to pretend that we're Swedish. With your dark hair and eyes, though, I don't know.
KTKO here on your screen. That is the bench coach for Team Australia. Just having a few words with our head official. And just a question here from our lovely friends of Dragon City Roller Derby. Our two beautiful juniors playing on Team Australia unfortunately are not playing this game, but if you'd like to see some action, go back and watch the Team New Zealand game from this morning, and that's some red hot action there for you.
Yeah. So Team Australia, given that they don't have as far to travel, though some of them have travelled further than the New Zealand players, are lucky enough to have more than a game's worth of skaters on their team. So with every game that they're playing, they do have the opportunity to rest some of their players, which is keeping them fresh for the future games. Some of the other teams, though, unfortunately not quite that lucky, particularly those that have travelled really far. I believe that Mexico has been playing with 10 skaters for the entire tournament.
As has Denmark.
Denmark, I believe, has 9.
Oh, there we go.
Sweden with quite a deep roster as well, though. They've got more than enough as far as I know.
They're also resting a few of their players for this game. But it speaks just to the quality of skaters that they are able to have these players have a rest and rotate through who's playing and still have just an incredibly strong team. As we've seen in the live stream today, the quality of the junior program in Sweden is so commendable. These are stellar athletes.
Yeah, so exciting to see.
So that is El Diablo jamming for Team Sweden.
Really thought they were going to be through, and they got caught by one of the Team Australia blockers and just swallowed back into a tripod.
Man is doing a wonderful job of holding that pack together, allowing the defense to do its job until the Team Sweden sent their offense in, looking to help them out.
Yeah, it looks like the previous jam ended with a penalty issued for the Team Australia jammer. So Wheels has sat that penalty on behalf of Godwin and is out there on track now. Has popped through. Does not have lead, but does have the advantage. Is heading round to the back of the pack, ready to score some points. Oh, from this angle, it looked like they slipped through the pack, but unfortunately they were out of bounds, so they've been recycled. We've got the jam being called there. 2 points picked up by Team Australia. 2 points picked up by Team Sweden.
So the score differential doesn't change, but the points are still tallying up on the scoreboard.
Looks like we have lost one of the Team Australia blockers to the penalty box. That was their pivot. So we'll be starting this jam with 3 blockers for Team Australia. Team Sweden with the full suite of skaters on track.
Tumbleweed working up against that Australian defence with offensive help from 1-2-3 to Zelda. And
Flying Fox out there for Team Australia with the star on their head. Got a multiplayer call on one of the Team Sweden blockers. So now we've got 3 blockers apiece. We got another multiplayer call for a Team Sweden blocker. Flying Fox taking advantage of that to hop through the inside line and pick up lead jammer status.
Oh, and a wonderful offensive assist there by that player number 9 for Stella Tilda, allowing Tumbleweed to come through on that initial pass.
Flying Fox with some great pack awareness and footwork to skip around the outside, picking up points on that pass.
Awesome inside line coverage there by Double Whammy and Spitfire, denying access up the inside there for Tumbleweed.
Hit out there on Flying Fox to the inside and a run back. Looks like Team Sweden now with all of their blockers back on track.
And the pack's just come to almost a complete stop right in front of us. Keep it right there, guys.
Beautiful view, very helpful for us. All of the skaters just compressed in together. The Australia Jam are looking at their bench going, can I call it? Let me call it. Great to see that they are paying attention and waiting for that instruction, because it can be quite tactical as to whether we are going to call or not call a jam.
It's like I have noticed that, particularly with the whistle bleed, the noise from the other track, the support and love from the cheer squads, the noise is so loud, but these jammers are really in tune with their benches.
Yeah, playing this many games over the one weekend is a really good way to all kind of start to click in with each other, recognise each other's voices and start to understand that strategy, particularly when you've got a team that, you know, may have only trained together half a dozen times ahead of this tournament.
Awesome work at the front there by April O'Wheel. Unfortunately, is sent to the penalty box for her troubles, and Pushay from Team Sweden has come through with lead jammer status.
The Australian jammer still caught at the back of the pack there. Massive hit out. I believe that was Iris who is running the Swedish jammer all the way to the back.
I felt that. That was a big hip check. It was awesome.
Yeah, just beautiful.
Hasn't stopped Pushay though, that she's come around the outside through with 4 points for Sweden. Slappy little Vegemite working at the back of that pack against, again, the solid defense from Team Sweden.
Some nice footwork out there by the Australian blockers, just making life difficult.
Sarah from Team Australia throwing herself into the defense as the last line there, but unfortunately not quite enough. Pusay through with 4 more points.
Pusay on that scoring pass. We are seeing a rat bag, I think it is, heading to the penalty box for Team Australia.
And the star pass has been taken, so star is still in hand, not quite on the helmet, but our new jammer is Sarah for Team Australia.
We saw them take some star passes earlier today and jam in the previous game, and their footwork is just incredible. And being a shorter skater, that centre of gravity is nice and low, and they're full of power.
Absolutely. So we are coming into the last 5 minutes here of the first half. Again, Team Sweden just pulling away with a beautiful 14-point jam there by Pusay, putting them on 93 points. Australia with a bigger battle, but they will come back with grit and determination, sitting on 34 points.
Looks like we've got some cousins in the chat cheering on their family members. Out there we've got Interstellar, now I know, blue hair, jamming for Team Sweden. And Wheels jamming for Team Australia. Interstellar picking up lead as Wheels is recycled all the way to the rear.
Interstellar coming through super quickly, just ducking underneath the outside line there, grabbing 4 points.
We've had another star pass for Team Australia to Spitfire. Struggling to get that helmet cover on again. We've lost the pivot cap off. Trying to get the star on. Interstellar picks up the points and calls the jam.
Yeah, after seeing the sheer power that Spitfire brought into the pack last time, I think they weren't too keen on putting their defense through that again.
Look, I mean, it's one of the reasons why we do star passes. It's not necessarily so that that jammer will get through and score the points. It's so that they instill terror in the pack and the other jammer, out of sympathy for them, will call the jam.
Yes, it's purely a psychological play.
Yeah, absolutely.
Flying Fox up on the jam start line for Team Australia. Jam is on, and we have Duellen jamming for Team Sweden.
I feel like maybe this is the first time we've seen Duellen jamming for
I believe so.
this game. But we may have seen them earlier. Flying Fox not that far behind.
Beautiful work there on the outside line by a double whammy from Team Australia. But Duellen still able to pick up 2 points.
Yeah, Duellen definitely doing the job that you require from a relief jammer, which is get in there, burn some time, get points if you can, but play it clean, play it safe, and give your high rotation jammers a little bit of a break.
Slappy Little Vegemite and El Diablo up for for our next jam here as the pack moves right onto the start line.
Yeah, it's been really interesting to see the different start strategies that the teams are employing. Slappy Little Vegemite out the front, picking up leads. Some beautiful fast footwork there as they cut their way around the track.
El Diablo trying to find space on the inside, but Slappy Little Vegemite finding space on the inside in the air. Beautiful apex jump.
Loving the apex jump right in front of the commentator's booth. Thank you for that.
Yeah, do that again for me. Thanks.
Nice hit out there by Spitfire on El Diablo. And we've had a star pass to number 95. That's Happiness to...
Again, the terror has been instilled. Team Australia calling off the jam before the pivot turn jammer. Happiness can re-enter that pack there.
Yeah, that was 6 points picked up to Team Australia on that one, moving them to 40 points. Team Sweden sitting on 103.
We've seen some just incredible aerial tactics here. The apex jumps all weekend. I don't know how they get that high. They look like they're hovering. They stay in the air so long.
Honestly, I would be too scared to try and jump that high in shoes, let alone landing on wheels.
Tried it once, landed on my ass. We're not going to do that.
That's not true. You've tried it more than once and landed on your butt. All right, out there jamming. Looks like...
Very spread apart pack.
We have got Wheels for Team Australia and
Pussay.
Pussay for Team Sweden picking up lead.
Wheels now through that initial pass, having the inside line cleared for her by Team Australia's offense.
Yeah, Pussay just pushing their own skaters out of the way to pick up the 4 points on that pass. And with a minute and a half to go in this half, this could possibly be our final jam of the first half. Looks like Flying Fox out there jamming for Team Australia and Interstellar.
Got a slightly better angle than you from here, Razor.
And I'm trying to have a look at the Spank Alley penalty box to see if anyone's out there. But there's a lot of action between us and it. Jam is on.
Underway.
We're so in sync with each other.
Oh, it's like we're teammates or something. Interstellar trying that inside line there and denied, but that's enough time there for Flying Fox to get lead jammer status for Team Australia.
Yeah, Flying Fox having a lot of luck with the jammer star on in this game so far. Oh, massive hit. Everyone's up and at it. Flying Fox falling down as they get out of the front, giving the Team Sweden blockers a chance to get up there and catch. They're doing some beautiful bridging, though. Looks like there was a forearms call, though, on 1, 2, 3. That's Zelda heading to the penalty box for Team Sweden. Interstellar with star in hand with double whammy. Beautiful hit out and run back.
Beautiful work there by Team Australia. Just a waterfall of defense every time that Interstellar thought they were through. There was just another Australian defensive player in the way.
Flying Fox being knocked to the outside and gets the instruction from the bench to call the jam. Looks like Coach KTKO was trying to decide whether to try and get double whammy out of the penalty box because unfortunately that hit out that I said was beautiful was actually illegal.
Yeah, it tended to be a direction this whole time.
Two things can be true at once. Alrighty, looks like we are at intermission, so we've got about 15 minutes before we're going to be back on track. We'll be back with you with maybe 2 minutes before that.
Yeah, let's try and be punctual,
I'll
Razor.
tell you some fun things. All right, let's go join the line for the toilets.
Absolutely. We'll be back soon.
Bye.
Whispers in my head. What you gonna do? 선택의 기로에 왠지가 내려 해. 쉽지 않아도 진실한 나만의 beliefs. You know what they say, don't brag about what you have. Be careful and be humble, otherwise you should be ready to stumble. You know what they say, 자신감이 없니? 왜 당당하게 살지를 못해? Keep walking your way, don't look back. 너만의 길이야. Even when you fall, don't look back. 사실은 말이야. Nobody knows.
If they're made available to us. Whoop, maybe we started a little bit too early. No, we're good.
We're getting the
Bob,
penalties.
can we have the penalties?
Thank you to Sports Connection for bringing us our wonderful stream here on track 2.
Honestly, they're doing such an incredible job.
So on our penalties for Team Sweden, we have a few players on 4, including Zelda, Maran and Smash. So just be a bit careful coming into the second half.
Yeah, spattering of skaters on 1 or 2 penalties, a few with 0, which is very impressive. Miss No also with 3 penalties in that first half.
As we move on to Team Australia now.
Looks like Ratbag has got 4 penalties. We've got Iris with 3, Madness with 3, and then a spattering of other skaters on 1 or 2. So not too much trouble.
Yeah, and it's really interesting to see because Australia was having a few players early on with those 3 penalties, and it looks like aside from that 1 extra penalty for Ratbag, they've really locked it down, as determined to play safe and play clean.
Yeah, absolutely. So an interesting fact from the earlier pool games where they only played a half-hour game, 4 penalties was enough to get you fouled out of the game. So lucky they get the full 7 in these full-length games. We are just going into another gear check for all of our skaters. They've been absolutely... We've also got a gear check going on from the Team Sweden cheer squad.
I mean, that's one way to make it entertaining for the players. They're doing it looks like a Swedish rendition of head, shoulders, knees and toes as all the players are getting their gear checked by our wonderful officials.
Yeah, looks like... Oh, we've got a fun fact in the chat. Thank you, Frida. Fun fact, the Swedish player I forgot how to pronounce this one.
Tilda.
Thank you. Father played for Sweden in the Men's Roller Derby World Cup in 2018.
Oh, Derby in the family. We love to see it.
Yeah, there is quite a few players on the Team Australia roster as well who are skaters. I'm always interested with our junior skaters in particular, when they've come to the sport without a parent who is involved. How they got onto it, how their parent thought that this was a fun and wonderful sport for their kids, which it absolutely is. But I can understand from watching from the outside and not understanding the process that we go through in making sure that everyone's going to be safe contact-wise before they let the kids loose on track with us.
It's very interesting as someone whose family is genuinely concerned every time I play, and then you look at the level of roller derby that we play compared to the extreme level of just the best players in the world on junior roller derby. You can imagine it can be a bit daunting, but these players are the best for a reason. They play safe, they play clean, they are giving big hits, but they are controlled, safe, legal hits.
Oh, absolutely. And let's be very clear, we are not playing at the standard of these kids. Now that we're starting to play against them as they age up, we are on the receiving end and it's a nightmare. We have started the first jam of the second half. Team Sweden losing their jammer to the penalty box already. Australia's jammer caught up in the pack out there. And that's Slappy Little Vegemite.
They do have this almost like a power start now with Pusey from Team Sweden being sent straight to the penalty bin. So really opportunity here for Australia to capitalise. But again, Team Sweden's defence just rotating, reforming, letting the Australian offence come through and then reforming again to stop that jammer.
The Team Australia blockers in there all trying to play offense to help their jammer out, but unfortunately it's just making a more congested pack. They've a successful penalty kill there from Team Sweden, and we've got
a second penalty to Pusey.
That is a back block that has been called as they came into the pack again. Got some instructions from the Australian bench trying to tell their team what kind of offense to do to try and get Slappy Little Vegemite through the box. Lead is still available.
Trying to get them to work as a coordinated unit rather than just keeping Team Sweden apart, because these blockers are strong enough on their own to hold Slappy back, particularly with the momentum entirely stopped as this pack slows all the way down.
Yeah, we had a run back there by Team Sweden, and looks like Pusey is back on track already. That's a second successful penalty kill. Let's see what happens when they enter the pack again.
Star pass has been taken. We now have a new jammer for Team Australia, Nels Bells.
Nels Bells is in the lead, does not have lead jammer status. That has been lost, so this jam is going to go for the full 2 minutes. Pusey has now completed their initial pass.
We say full 2 minutes, like the jam is just being called off now.
That was a lot of hard work by a lot of skaters for 4 points for Team Sweden and 2 points for Team Australia.
I know how you like your fun facts. We have another one here in our wonderful live chat. Sweden 123 Zelda. Her father is reffing this game, Johnster, and her sister, Fright Day, played in the last Junior World Cup and is in this year's Senior World Cup in Austria.
That is a fun fact. Thank you, King
facts.
Crazy.
We appreciate all your family derby knowledge.
Out there, it looks like we have got... is that Wheels for Team Australia and El Diablo for Team Sweden?
You would be correct in that one. El Diablo coming through with lead, having slipped up the inside line.
Yeah, Wheels squeezing through the two butts at the back of that tripod just to run into the wall. That was one for Mirren.
Oh, and again, beautiful defense on the outside line. By that is number 7 for Team Sweden, Smash.
4 points picked up there by Team Sweden. While Wheels still caught in the pack. We've got a forearms call on number 7 for Team Sweden. That is Smash. That's what she did. It's not just a clever name. Spitfire up the front, trying to make life difficult for El Diablo.
And it is an incredibly small pack because it is just 0 miss no for Team Sweden and Spitfire for Team Australia. 1 blocker per team. That's something.
Team Australia with the offense actually just inadvertently hitting the blocker for Team Sweden into the Australian jammer, but they are free. They've picked up 4 points on this pass. We've got some skaters returning to the track. It's starting to look like derby again.
Yes, the Spank Alley penalty box is slowly emptying. We have 3 blockers per team back on the track.
Wheels with the attempted apex jump. Did not land it and run back to make sure they did not get the cut track call. Looks like everyone from Australia had been released from the Spank Alley penalty box. 1 remaining blocker from Team Sweden.
Thank you, June. Who needs blockers? As a jammer, I completely agree with that statement. Just leave all the blockers off the track. Let me run laps. I'm happy.
What about your offense?
Oh no, Razor can be on the track. That's the one That's the one blocker I'd like.
Thank you. Alrighty, out there, I think that is Flying Fox for Team Australia. And
I believe it's Interstellar.
No, it's Duellen.
Duellen, who is denied access on the outside line by Sarah from Team Australia.
Very clever. Nice run back there. We've got some good bridging there by Ratbag. And Australia is clear. Flying Fox not lead, but the jam is called anyway.
So it appears that Duellen did acquire lead jammer status.
Yeah, Duellen again going out there, getting lead, calling the jam, keeping it safe and tidy.
Absolutely. So denying Australia any points, but keeping that points differential in their favour for Team Sweden.
Yeah, so we've got Team Sweden on 125 points, Australia on 54.
They'll be hoping that that movement there out of the pack from Flying Fox will give Australia some momentum as we hop in now with Nels Bells jamming up against Tumbleweed.
Bit of a pile up in the centre.
We'll just move away from that one for a moment.
We've just had the jam called. So what have we got going on in the chat? Oh, new fun fact. Plisse is from Vajos. First batch of juniors and one of the 2 juniors that played with the seniors, and also her mother plays too. That is excellent. Wolverine is one of our NSOs, and it's good to hear. It's good to hear that he was your best friend in your penalty box visits over in Italy last year.
Wolverine also, as our head NSO, providing us with beautiful paperwork, literally with a minute to spare to make sure we have the most up-to-date roster. So thank you to Wolverine.
That is also an excellent reminder that we have some fun facts here of our own. Let's see if anyone in the crowd knows that Iris from Rockabella's Roller Derby League, playing for Team Australia, her whole family is also involved in Derby.
So many family derbies. Another one, we have Madness playing on Team Australia. We are very, very lucky to play with her older sister and her mother and be refed by her father.
Yep. Got good breeding. I feel like they're going to watch this game back afterwards and
Be
hopefully
horrified.
hopefully it'll give them a chuckle. Other fun fact, Ratbag started skating to improve her water skiing, but ended up loving skating more. And skated for the first 5 years without toe stops.
How?
I don't know, but that is madness.
What about Stella Tilda here from Team Sweden? Derby name means mess up, and her dad is also a ref named Radatilda, again pronunciation, which means get it right.
That. What else have we got? Oh, we've got some love for Iris. I agree, she is so talented. I mean, she's not one of my best friends.
Only been playing since 2021. That's a fair achievement to have done this well in 4 years of skating.
Yeah, absolutely. I am shocked by the limited amount of time it has taken some of these juniors to get here. As someone who's has been playing Derby for 15 years, I mean, I've been playing longer than some of these skaters have been alive. I know that Mexico has got one skater on their team who is 12.
12. I was commentating for Steelby yesterday, and you would not know that she is 12. She's an absolute powerhouse and jamming in a World Cup at 12 years old. Well done to Team Mexico.
New fun fact from the chat, Evil Twin has a twin who's in the audience. Are they the good twin?
Oh my gosh. Are they in the Team Sweden cheer squad? Oh, I would love that. The good twin in the good cheer squad.
I wonder if they're identical and if you could sub one on for the other, if they were just having a bad time. Obviously by their own choice, not by the coaches. We would never do that.
Real psychological warfare, just swapping one out. I like that.
I know that when we play against some twins, that it is very tough for us to work out which one is jamming and which one is blocking. And I feel like, yeah.
I have definitely blocked the wrong twin.
Yeah.
I can 100% confirm that.
I think we all have. Here, I've got the Godwin, is from Sydney Roller Derby League, has been skating since age 3 and is a gymnast and national cheer champion. I would believe that.
Absolutely, that athleticism. Shout out to Sydney Roller Derby League and to former Chico Roller Spunky, who I'm sure is watching. Been messaging me all day.
We've got some good chat here from some of our newer skaters from Dragon City Roller Derby in the chat, just having a conversation.
We love
loving that.
But also, this is your chance. If you're watching, if you're not sure, get involved with your local roller derby. This is your sign. If you've been thinking about it, if your child's involved, if a family member's involved, if your cousin's playing, join local roller derby. Get involved.
And if you don't want to strap on skates, you can always volunteer. You can officiate. It doesn't matter. Just become a part of it all. New fun fact I've got here that 2UP from Central Coast Roller Derby United has been skating since age 5, likes indie dad rock music, and can ride motorbikes and speaks French and Danish. We should have got 2UP on the commentary team.
Yeah, they'll be doing much better than we would at our absolute butchering of Swedish. But again, I must admit, I must say once again how lovely Team Sweden and all the benches have been with all us announcers all weekend long coming through and asking very politely, can you help us pronounce this? And we still mess it up. So again, thank you for all the support. The vibes here all weekend have been amazing.
Now we've got some people just making some plans. Yeah, the sportsmanship for this World Cup has been amazing. It's been great to see that the skaters have all been supplied with additional uniforms, which they're trading with each other to make sure they've got mementos to go home, making it very confusing, though, for their coaches who are looking around for their own team to get them ready for a game. And there's all these random people walking around in their uniforms. They've got enough on their plates. The idea that they then also need to contend with this, just making life difficult for those in charge.
Absolutely. I've seen Team Australia players having swapped jerseys with Team Canada, Team USA. I've seen a few from Team New Zealand.
Yeah, it was only helping me yesterday when they still had an Australian jersey underneath and I could see the green poking through on the collar. It made life a little bit easier. I've got here that Glare Bear from Coffs Coast Derby has been playing Derby for 3 years, has broken her arm 4 times. Now, it doesn't specify whether she's broken her arm 4 times playing roller derby or just broken it in her life. So let's
Hope it's not roller derby.
Yeah, let's just say it was something else.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I broke my arm kicking a piece of rubbish once and I fell over backwards and broke my arm. Yeah.
I broke my ego when I was doing those apex jumps and landing on my butt and then coming here and watching kids seemingly fly and hover in midair.
I told you, they've got springs in their legs.
Absolutely.
Alrighty. What else have I got here? Oh, Flying Fox. They've been doing some great jamming in this one. Plays their home league, Canberra Roller Derby, has been playing for 5 years. They've been in Scouts for 11 years and has travelled to 2 countries with them and has a roller skating role in her school musical.
Nice.
If Canberra was not such a long drive away, I would definitely go see that.
Road
I
trip.
love a school musical.
So we are back underway now. Our players have retaken the track after our official timeout. Looks like we will have... Oh my gosh, the angle's terrible from here. We will have 2 jammers and they will crush it.
I bet they will. It looks like the Spank Alley penalty box is empty.
And an immediate run back on the jammer there for Team Sweden. Tumbleweed by the Team Australia.
Yeah, Nels Bell's out there for Team Australia, not picking up lead, but
Through with an
first to
advantage.
emerge. Smart play there by Tumbleweed, does pick up lead as the second one getting through the pack and calls the jam off immediately. Unfortunately, not everyone picked up on that. The whistles were a little bit late on the other side of the track and there was a little bit of play just still going on, but we've got 4 points there. Look, maybe I missed their initial.
I must have.
Maybe the lead was cold. Look, it was a long break. We said a lot of words. We're back on, heads back in the game.
Got to get your head in the game. Sorry, I'm not going to do High School Musical here. I'll leave that to our multi-talented skaters. Just having another official time out here.
Give us a moment to just sort ourselves out.
Keep putting your fun facts in the chat for us, though. Even when we may not get to them all, please know we are reading them in between jams, and we are loving it.
Especially those from the people that we know and love who are saying how good we are. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, please hype us up. My ego needs it. But one of my ones, unfortunately not on the playing roster for Team Sweden, but the fact that caught my eye, player number 1-2, Ema, Team Sweden, lives the furthest north on the national team. It takes her 14 hours on the night train to get to Stockholm for practices. That's commitment for your country.
Yeah, for anyone who's concerned about skaters that have had first aid attention, they all are being looked after by medical professionals as required. A lot of them you are seeing re-enter the track after they take a little bit of time, have a little bit of a break. So hopefully all of them will be back up and skating in no time.
Yeah, and we do have a special thank you to all our first aiders. The care has been world class. They've been looking after the kids with such attention, such care. So thank you to our first aid teams on both tracks today.
Yeah, we've got a shout out in the chat for Double Whammy. Love from the Newsies gang. We
Nice.
know who they are. Breaking news. One of our favourite teams to play against in the statewide Stampede competition. We've got Wheels out there jamming for Team Australia. And
Pussade pushing at the front of the pack.
literally pushing.
Absolutely.
We got a high block called on the Swedish jammer. They're heading to the penalty box. Wheels has got a power jam. They do not have lead though, so this one is going for the full 2 minutes.
Getting the call there from the bench and from KTKO from Australia just to keep going. You are not lead. You have to keep running it. Keep going.
Yeah, a little bit of confusion there as to what the instruction was. A little bit of a pause by the jammer to pay attention, make sure they were going to do the right thing. Great offense there by Double Whammy.
Beautiful work.
Having been on the receiving end of that offense, I can say very effective.
Incredible.
And again, the commentator's curse, Double Whammy going to the penalty box for a direction call.
Whoopsies.
Wheels with the star in hand.
Beautiful, beautiful blocking there by Stella Tilda, and that is also Zelda from Team Sweden, just locking in, just almost seaming around the hip of Wheels there, actually locking her in place.
Yeah, that was a great penalty kill there by the Team Sweden blockers, because Pussy is back out on track. Oh, big pile up there just in front of us. Everyone's back up, even though it's a little bit slow. End of the day, we're all tired. They're all tired. We've got the Team Australia pivot is sitting in the penalty box, so whilst Wills is shaking that helmet cover around, they're putting it back on and ready to attack again. Here comes Pussy on their scoring pass.
Oh, wonderful power there from Pussy, just breaking apart Australia's tripod, allowing some room to come through for 4 more points.
Oh, big hit there by Double Whammy. Pussy a little slow to get up, but they're back up and heading behind for that recycle.
These are tough teams, so they do take a couple of extra seconds to get up. Please bear in mind that these skaters are tough, but they have also played 2 full days of derby.
Oh my goodness. They're so tired and resilient at the same time.
Absolutely. And, we have been saying, they have the extra skaters to rotate through these rosters, rest some key players. They are still playing a lot of derby in a very short time, and high energy, high intensity derby.
Yeah, Team Australia as well playing the... Ooh, we've got an official review. Would you like to run out?
I'm running.
Headphones off, headphones off.
Wait,
You could take your mic. So, Kilmo Baggins running out to the middle to listen to the official review for us. Unfortunately, she forgot to take her microphone with her, so we will need to wait for her to come back and report to us while we're waiting for that to happen. You're right, Jessica Lee. They are some strong walls out there. Both teams, the blockers really locking into each other, and as the jammers get more tired... if Bob wants to pick up what's going on in the crowd... We have got some ray gun inspired dancing out there by Livid, who is sitting this one out. And Team Livid, yes. So our fun fact for Livid, who is not playing in this game, was in the circus once and was a trapeze artist for 6 years. That might explain the flexibility of their cheer squad.
I do apologise. I got caught in the Team Sweden cheer chants for a moment there. So we do have our official review from Team Sweden. They are looking for a high block call on Team Australia captain number 19 Double Whammy, looking to get Whammy sent to the bin for that block right as the jam ended.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you for running in there and getting that information for us.
Not a breath.
Whew. It's always a tricky moment when you're asking for a penalty to be issued to the captain of the other team, because they are standing there staring at you, and you gotta really be like, you're really good. That's why we want you to go to the penalty box. You just maybe soften it up with a compliment.
Absolutely, and it actually was softened by Team Sweden in the middle there, explaining what they would like their official review to be to our head ref, and then just going, the high block by player 19, sorry, and continued their explanation. So again, Team Sweden, just the loveliest people to be having a tight derby game with.
Yeah, and so whilst we're not in the centre seeing what's going on, we will know the result because we will see whether Whammy heads to the penalty box or not.
And Whammy there on your screen there for our live stream viewers in 1-9 in the green shirt.
We've got 2 up, just cutting some laps while we wait. Whammy heading back to the bench. We're all good. Team Sweden losing their official review.
Whammy safe from the Spank Alley penalty bin for at least a little longer. Team Australia sending up Sarah to jam for the first time this game. She's taken a few star passes already.
Team Sweden called an official review. They were looking to get a high block against their jammer, and the official review was denied. No call was made.
We've just had confirmation of what that official review was about and that Team Sweden has lost that review.
So Interstellar jamming here for Team Sweden, again up against Sarah jamming for Team Australia. Once a pivot, now a jammer.
We've got no one in the Spank Alley penalty box to start this jam off, so we've got 10 skaters on track. Let's see what they can do.
Oh, the sacrificial offense there by player number 42, Evil Twin, being pushed by Interstellar.
And Sarah picking up lead jammer. So much speed going around that track. What an absolute dynamo.
Oh, is drawn back there by a Swedish blocker. I can't quite see from my angle. I do apologize, but that's just absolutely denied access, even coming in with that much speed.
Yeah, and as that was happening, April O'Wheel for Team Australia was running back the Team Sweden blocker. And that's happening again. No, we've got a cut track call there on Interstellar. We've got a power jam for Team Australia.
As Sarah showcases just beautiful footwork and toe stop work on the inside line, coming through, scoring 4 points for Team Australia.
Having a look at our fun facts, Sarah can do handstands and cartwheels on skates. It'd be nice to see one of those at the moment.
Trying to call it off, unfortunately, is being sent to the penalty box, Spank Alley penalty box with a back block.
Probably not a time for a cartwheel then.
Probably not. So we'll have a jammer bounce right as Sarah sits down. Interstellar will be released for Team Sweden and is back on track now.
Yeah, Interstellar was already standing, so Sarah will sit less than 30 seconds, but more than 20. Oh, Interstellar attempting the apex jump. April O'Wheel, though, they're making sure that it's not successful.
Yeah, excellent line coverage there by April O'Wheel.
Looks like we also have Rat Bag in the penalty box for Team Australia, but both the jammer and blocker for Team Australia standing.
Australia looking to hold on to that defense. Oh, wonderful work there by Interstellar, just slipping up the inside, ducking under the defense, coming through with 4 points for Team Sweden.
Sarah pushing through with so much force. Got a maybe low block called on 1-7 for Team Sweden. That's Head Vicious.
A stellar effort by Sarah, even with the penalty there. Still grabbing 7 points for Team Australia, and Team Sweden picking up 4 points in that last jam. So as we are just under 19 minutes in our final half here, we have Australia sitting at 64 points. Sweden still pushing ahead that lead bit by bit on 144.
Jam is on, and we have got lots of skaters.
I believe that's El Diablo skating there, jamming there for Team Sweden.
Oh, Nels Bell with the last ditch attempt. Flying Fox, the jammer for Team Australia, hot on the heels of El Diablo.
Oh! El Diablo running into a very solid two-wall double whammy, and number 6, Cat Crusader.
Such power.
Just bouncing right off that Australian defense there.
2 points picked up by Team Australia on that one. We got the steal. I've got to stop saying we. They got the steal.
Unbiased. No, it's incredible derby. I'm just happy to be watching derby. As fun fact from our live chat, Lizard, derby is awesome. Correct. Tumbleweed up to jam as Godwin is back jamming for Team Australia.
Yeah, great to see Godwin back out there. They have had a few jams off since they had a bit of a hard knock earlier in the first half. But they are back out of there. Whilst they do not have lead, they are flying around that track, ready to make the most of it.
Oh, beautiful work there by 747 Tumbleweed for Sweden. Just floating from inside to outside, picking up 3 points.
Yeah, beautiful work there. That was a very fast-moving jammer.
I am really marveling at the speed all weekend long. They must be doing speed skating lessons, these jammers, these players, because even the blockers, when that pack starts running away, they are hustling.
Yeah, looks like we have got a team timeout for Team Australia, giving the Team Sweden skaters a chance to join in with their own cheer squad. They're doing a dance. Let's see how much distraction that will provide to our timekeeper.
There we go. Now you can see on your live stream. Oh, right as it ends too. They were dancing, we promise. But having a little huddle, and now it looks very serious and strategic right as we start talking about how they were dancing and moving around before. Oh, now we have a bit of a dance. There we go. Thank God.
All right. Who have I not talked about yet?
We can talk more about Sweden. I haven't talked nearly enough about Sweden. We have a couple of game day rituals from some of our players from Team Sweden. Duellen includes eating tacos and brushing teeth, I'm hoping in that order. Otherwise, I don't want to have a toothpaste-flavoured taco.
No.
Head Vicious, though, includes tapping their feet and eating power bars.
Oh, I think I've seen that from Head Vicious.
Yes.
They go out there with a big stamp, and it's wonderful. It's really powerful.
Yeah, it feels very intimidating, even as, not being on the track, having to be on the receiving end of that.
For sure. We have got skaters heading back out there. We've got Godwin going back out for Team Australia. And
yes, Jessica in the live chat. Before we get started, it is a fox on the Team Sweden jersey.
And I think that's Interstellar jamming for Team Sweden. We will see in a moment. They've picked up lead. They are through, but Godwin right behind.
Godwin having an excellent weekend. Interstellar just absolutely zooming up the outside. Picking up 3 points with speed power.
Yeah, we're really seeing the difference as the Team Australia jammers are getting out. Even if they're not getting lead, they're really, really close behind those Team Sweden jammers, forcing that call off before even the full 4 points can be picked up.
Yeah, really keeping that pressure on. They're not letting Sweden run away with this one. Even though the points differential is still growing in Sweden's favour, it's not growing by much. They are still in it. They're still fighting hard.
Yeah, both of these teams still with really important games to be played tomorrow. So the winner from this one, as we mentioned earlier, going on to the gold medal game. And the not winner... I'm trying really hard not to say loser.
No, I agree.
The not winner will be playing for the bronze medal.
Again, lovely team huddles on this jam line as the teams get ready for the next jam of this official timeout. Team Australia sharing the love as Team Sweden have a little boogie.
Yeah, using this extra time for a little bit of strategy. Who's going to be standing where? Who's going to hit who? Who's going to get lead?
All the important questions that we will answer for you, don't you worry.
Yeah. While we're waiting, let's talk about Slappy Little Vegemite. They're from Little Adelaide Rollers, have been playing for 6 years, and the first time she skated was down a hill on one skate and broke her arm.
We've had the same experience. I must speak to Slappy about this. That's also my first skating experience, skating down a hill and breaking my arm. Twins.
I feel like if I had a broken arm the first time I skated down a hill, you would not see me playing derby today.
The runner-up will be playing for the bronze medal. How about that, Razor?
Oh, yeah, runner-up.
Thank you,
the right
Jessica.
word. Thank you. It's been a really long day, Jessica.
Oh, absolutely. And again, another huge day tomorrow. While this may be the last game here on track 2 this evening, it will put our finals in order for tomorrow. We can have games starting from 9 a.m. all the way through to 5:45. I'm locked in. I'm ready.
And we've just had a correction in the chat. It is Pussy that does the stomp. So, yes, regardless of the skater, very impressive. And our jam is on. Looks like El Diablo jamming for Team Sweden. They've got lead. Beautiful work there by Nels, though, catching them, even though they've got lead and recycling them back.
Yeah, smart work there. It must appear to be a no pass, no penalty called by the jam ref there. So lead acquired, thought they were captured again. No pass, no penalty, able to come in and score points.
Oh,
Oh, Derby. Derby rules.
Derby has just happened. Let's have a little chat
A chat.
about April O'Wheel. Skates with Southeast Magic Rollers, has been playing for 9 years.
Wow.
Allegedly does a perfect Batman impersonation. Also has a
Interesting.
blue tongue.
Oh, cute.
Oh, a pet blue tongue.
Not an actual blue.
I was like, oh, it's missing the word lizard. Oh, maybe they've got a blue tongue like a chow chow.
Oh my.
For our international for our international listeners, a blue tongue is a type of lizard in Australia. If you're lucky, where we live, which is not the most urban of areas, I have walked out my front door to find one just sunning itself outside my house.
They are a wonderful native species, and they are, in many places with a license, able to be had as pets, as a former reptile mother myself.
A reptile mother is a role I never wish to fulfill.
As
Alright.
our skaters get back on the track, Team Sweden bringing the vibes again. It looks like there is just an official business with Slappy Little Vegemite, Team Australia, and our head NSO Wolverine. But Team Australia taking the track now with Godwin putting the star on as jammer.
And I tuned out for a second. Did you mention that Tumbleweed is the jammer for Team Sweden?
No, because you just did. We're all set to go. We're keeping it together. We've got 15 more minutes. It is the last quarter of our game. We have got our brains screwed on right. We do promise.
Yeah, it has been a very long day for us. Even more so, Team Australia. These skaters played in the first game today, which was at what time?
I was here for an 8:55 a.m. start to announce the Team New Zealand versus Team Australia game first up this morning.
Massive day. And they played another one in between there.
Oost. All right, jam is on. Godwin pushing out the front, able to grab lead jammer status for Australia. Tumbleweed trapped at the back by Australian defense.
Beautiful tripod. Madness with the last hit there. Really throwing her body out there in the hope of trapping Tumbleweed, but they are also out. Unfortunately, Godwin heading to the penalty box for a back block, which means this one's going to go the full 2 minutes. We've got a couple of Team Australia skaters caught at the rear, being trapped as a goat, as we call it. But they have emerged.
Tumbleweed coming back into the pack now, looking to score some points. Slipped up the inside around Australian defense, and now finding room on the out, just moving in and out of this track. The footwork is really incredible.
Yeah, the coverage so good, so impressive.
Godwin in amongst the pack, scoring points for Team Australia.
Yeah, as Tumbleweed skates around picking up 4 points. Both skaters in there.
Tumbleweed getting drawn back there by Cat Crusader for Team Australia.
That's
Godwin finding space.
4 points picked up there by Godwin. Nice run back there by Iris.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful work by Godwin, slipping up the outside, hopping over the butt of the Swedish defense, coming through legally 4 more points.
Iris really killing a lot of time there for Tumbleweed with that run back. Godwin knocked down. Bit of offense there.
Oh, beautiful hit at the end there by Glare Bear from Australia.
Whew. That was a tough one. Looks like 16 points picked up by Team Sweden on that one. 8 points for Team Australia. That's 168 points for Team Sweden, 74 for Australia. We've got just over 13 minutes to go in this final game here on track 2.
Tumbleweed back on the Jammer start line. Jam, I believe, is on, but there was a bit of confusion. Again, the bleed of noise in here is so loud. There's sometimes a bit of hesitation. Tumbleweed able to take advantage of that. Oh, sorry, Interstellar. I do apologize. Interstellar able to take advantage of that, come through with lead Jammer status for Team Sweden.
And we have the Team Australia Jammer in the penalty box.
Standing now in that Spank Alley penalty box. So it was a full power style opportunity for Interstellar and Team Sweden.
Yeah, it looks like Godwin must have picked up a penalty at the end of that previous jam. But they are back on track on their initial.
Interstellar trying to help the apex there, but was denied by Ratbag. Unfortunately, Ratbag now heading themselves to the Spank Alley penalty box.
We've only got 2 blockers for Team Australia out there at the moment. Team Sweden doing a great job of keeping them away from each other. And it looks like Team Sweden Jammer is in the penalty box. So we do have a power jam for Team Australia. They only have that one blocker out there. That's Sarah.
Doing the absolute most, as she's quite literally drowned in height by Team Sweden's blocking formation. Now joined in there by April O'Wheel, so she will have some backup as Godwin comes back in for a scoring pass.
Beautiful offense there by April O'Wheel. Godwin around, picking up the 4 points on that one. Ratbag returning to track.
Gorgeous offense. And now doing a run back on 1-4 Myron.
Sarah with the hit out on Tumbleweed. Ratbag with the bridge back.
Oh, and again, Ratbag denying space on the inside line.
2 up has returned to track for Team Australia.
Ratbag sent back to the Spank Alley penalty box, but Team Australia not letting up. It's now April O'Wheel denying space on the inside for Team Sweden.
Woo. All of that work. 7 points for Team Australia, 8 points for Team Sweden. That takes us to 176 for Team Sweden, 82 for Australia.
So we have just over 10 minutes remaining in our quarter-final here. Team Sweden has really put on an absolute masterclass in blocking. Australia coming through with grit and determination at every turn, though. What do the light blue names on the stream score? Oh, we do have, while I'm talking.
We've got a foul out.
That is Ratbag
with 7 penalties. So just a little bit of action going on in the bin whilst they substitute someone in to sit that penalty. Over on Team Sweden, looks like we have got Zelda on 6 penalties and a couple on 5. We've got Miss No, Mirren and Smash all on 5. So this may not be the only foul out in this game.
And just to answer a question in our live chat here, how can Johnstone officiate a game in Sweden as if there's a risk of bias? I must say that our officials are the highest level of professionalism. They are here to be unbiased. They know they have the experience. They have the gameplay. We put every trust in our officials. They are volunteers, but they have been doing this for hundreds of games. There was a 600th game celebration earlier today. So while there may be a blood relation, there is no blood bias. Let me tell you that much.
They're also one of 7 on-skates officials, as well as, I don't know off the top of my head how many off-skates officials. It's a massive team of people making sure that this game is fair for all involved. El Diablo for Team Sweden picking up lead jammer.
Flying Fox for Australia working at that Swedish defence at the back.
Oh, massive hit there by El Diablo on the back of the Australian pack, and they barely moved. Iris and Double Whammy taking the back roll within that tripod, being supported there by Wheels at the front. Flying Fox takes a big spill to the inside line, but they are back up attacking that tripod at the rear again.
Iris and Double Whammy not giving up an inch of space in that Australian defensive formation.
Yeah, Nels returning to the track, having sat that penalty that was not their own. Now they're going back for one that is their own. We have got Flying Fox up the front there working against 3 of the Swedish blockers.
Yeah, Happiness and Stella Tilda not making life easy there for Flying Fox.
Oh, some big spills right here in front of us. We got a cut track call there on the Swedish jammer.
So this is a power jam opportunity here for Flying Fox and Team Australia. But again, Sweden have really locked down all of these power jam opportunities on Team Australia. They have not let the advantage slip against them. Team crushing the pack together, trying to give any kind of movement and any kind of space. But Team Sweden just locking in.
Flying Fox with the star in their hand, looking really tired there, and I'm not surprised why.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing penalty kill there by the Swedish blockers. El Diablo out of the penalty box and back on track.
As our jam times out, that was a full few minutes. That was incredible effort. Sweden grabbing 4 points, even with the reverse power jam there, keeping Australia scoreless, but Flying Fox giving absolutely everything.
Having a little look over at the Spank Alley penalty box, and I can't quite see what's going on in there, but it looks like we have got 2 jammers out, and the jam does not start yet.
Always the jammer's little jump start when you get going and you hear the official 4 whistles rather than your single whistle, and you go the
What do we got? We have penalties for Team Sweden, still looking pretty similar to they were before. Zelda on 6, a few on 5. Over on Team Australia, we've got a couple of skaters on 4 penalties now, most on 1, 2 or 3, which shouldn't be too much of a concern with only 8 minutes to go in this game. Back on that chat about bias and officials, the other thing is our officials this weekend are all working so hard.
Ooh.
And their timetables were set before we knew which games were going to be in which slots here in these games for the rankings. So not for the rankings, the remaining ones.
Yeah, they prioritise keeping the crews together. So people were doing back-to-backs rather than doing, you know, one game in the morning, one game in the evening. It was trying to keep all their time slots together. So
yeah. Tumbleweed, they're pushing against a super strong Australian wall, and we have got jamming for Team Australia.
That is slappy little Vegemite. I recognise those blue shoes.
That's exactly how I also worked out who it was.
Again, just masterclasses in defence from both teams here. Oh, the offense almost ducking underneath the Australian team.
Yeah, good call by the referee there, getting a blocking with the head penalty. Super important that we're not leading with our heads when we go in there to try and make some space. Too dangerous for all involved.
Again, just inching forward centimetres at a time, not getting a stop block penalty. So the pack is moving, but it is not moving quickly at all.
Whammy at the back there with the offense there for slappy little Vegemite. Such a tight tripod by the Australian defense up the front.
Oh yeah, that is Cat Crusader Madness and April O'Wheel, and even just rotating positions here, completely changing who was the inside and outside defensive blocker.
Yeah, every time Tumbleweed taking a step back to try and get a little bit more power into their hits, they just follow them back, suck back on them, make life difficult. But at the rear, the same thing is happening to Slappy.
Double whammy, trying to offer some offensive help.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, does pick up a direction penalty for her efforts, sent to the Spank Alley penalty box. So we'll just move away from this for a moment.
We've got here King Crazy. I was a bench coach at MRDA Champs a few years back, and no hint of bias whatsoever. Good to hear.
Speaking of Men's Roller Derby Association, for those on the live stream, we are really keen to see the Men's Roller Derby World Cup next year in France. I know that Team Australia, the Wizards of Oz, are looking to start their tryouts soon. How exciting. Rumour has it a few of the players around here from multiple countries were just hinted at in our open division that they should discuss talking about Men's Roller Derby with their home countries for next year's World Cup.
Yeah, for sure. It's so great to see all these tournaments coming back. Debbie, like everything, had a bit of a tough time through the COVID years, and seeing our sport just grow and thrive beyond that. And the development of these junior skaters has been so important to that. The future of this sport is just incredible.
The future seems to be pretty pretty bright, pretty tough, pretty athletic, pretty high flying.
Alrighty.
Is having an extended official timeout here. Players just asked to return to their benches. So we have 6 minutes and 18 seconds left in our game here. Team Australia sitting at 82 points. Team Sweden just under 100 points ahead, 180. So pulled ahead, held it together, but Team Australia working hard for every point and not letting Team Sweden get any of their points easily.
Alrighty, let's have a little look at our fun facts again. You're right, Izzy, that was an amazing tripod from Team Australia. We got distracted. We were worrying about our own business. They've called time on this game, I think. I think from the tiredness of all involved. And the score differential of Team Sweden on 180 points and Australia on 82, that this game has wrapped up already.
It may also be due to time constraints. It is now 9:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time.
It is very late. So massive shout out and congratulations to Team Sweden, who will be taking on Team US tomorrow for the gold medal in the female division here at the Junior Roller Derby World Cup. Australia going on to play Team New Zealand, which is going to be a banger of a match after this morning, which was so close. I can't wait to see that. We're going to leave you here. I've been Razorback.
I've been Kilbo Baggins.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow for the finals.
Bye.
Nobody knows, 'cause it's only yours. Only yours, yeah. 쏟아지는 말 이미 어지러운 이 세상 속에서 어둠 속의 light 붙잡아 진실한 나만의 beliefs. 차가운 바람 그득하니 앉아 내 마음속에 새겨